Hi, I'm Lola Forrester. Welcome to Jab Jabber. Today I'm speaking to Dr. Michelle Lawrence. Hi Michelle, can you just let us know who your mob is, where you work and what your title is?
Hi, Yama everybody. I'm the clinical lead for Northern Sydney Local Health District. I am a Gamilaroi woman but grew up on Gadigal land in Redferns.
So what challenges have been, particularly for First Nation people in the past couple of years?
What we do have is such strength and such resilience. And those challenges of going out and seeing our aunties and our uncles and our connections and looking after our elders, what we're taught to do, and not being able to go and visit, and for people not knowing what the virus was, hearing word of mouth from everybody, it caused a great lot of fear and a great lot of division across communities. It did impact us very much.
So what have people learnt that works to support their wellbeing through this challenge, and what can we continue to do?
Eating well as possibly as you can within your budget, sleeping well. We saw so many people out there exercising and walking and being around people, those FaceTimes, things like that, just to keep the resilience.
So what do you say to our mob who may still be anxious about getting the vaccine for COVID-19?
I really don't begrudge anybody for having some anxiousness. This is a new era of viruses that we've never had to deal with before, and a lot of misinformation coming out. What we heard was this was a white man's virus. This is something I don't want to do. So when we went out to educate, I started to talk about smallpox. I started to talk about the Spanish flu and the impact that it had on our community over 100 years ago. And how many people unfortunately lost their lives. And now that we're in the 21st century, the technology, the treatment we have, and really educating people to go and have that conversation with their doctors, with their local clinicians at their local Aboriginal medical service, logging on to health websites to make that informed choice for the decision. We actually now have these programs where we can come into your home. We've also got vouchers to get you to and from a GP clinic to get a vaccine now. So if people don't have transport or don't live near one of those major hubs, again, we've got vouchers for you to get out there. If there's people struggling to put food on the table or get their needs met, we're here to help you. There's so many services, and there's no shame during this time to put your hand up and ask for some help, because we can help. And if you are struggling and you have no one to talk to, pick up the phone, call us, call 13 11 14, call Lifeline, speak to your Aboriginal mental health teams, your social and emotional wellbeing teams, our COVID response teams. We have a high population of Aboriginal workforce working on those. We're here to help.
Well, now that many of the COVID-19 restrictions have eased for the fully vaccinated, what benefits do you see coming from this?
Choice is back. You're right to go. I'm getting in the car today and I'm going home. You're right to go visit Auntie. You're right to come out and, sit in the park and have your picnics. Get the kids out fishing.
Is there any advice or tips you can offer for anyone who may be feeling a bit anxious about New South Wales opening up again?
Yeah, sure. Look, have that conversation with your family, because you may have in one family, like I do, my husband's got the passports ready. He's ready to go, but I'm fearful if I was to go overseas, if the virus exploded in another country and I'm locked down, what does that mean for me? So these are the conversations we need to have. And, I'd say go slowly, go and have a coffee with your mate. You sit out the front of the coffee shop. You don't have to go in. Just ease as slowly as you need to go. It's an opportunity to do things better than we did previously. I also take that there's some positive things that come out of it. I think what we found is the most important things in our world are our connections, our families, our communities. And, we're really impacted by that. And if you are really struggling, pick up the phone, go to your AMS, go to your Aboriginal Controlled Health Services. You'll have your local professionals in those community teams, which include Aboriginal Controlled Health Services, your AMSs, which have been brilliant, your GP services, they're trained in mental health. Just have that conversation. It's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to sit there in your own pain and not have that support.
Michelle, thank you very much for coming today and giving us advice for all the mob out there.
No, thank you. It's an absolute pleasure. And we walk slowly on this journey, but together we will heal. And it's a nation now for healing. And so what an opportunity it is to rewrite the history of Australia and make a beautiful country going forward.
That was Jab Jabber, an interview series produced with support from the New South Wales Government.